I had no idea about the Tulsa Black Wall Street. I was a student there. I didn't go there because of Tulsa Black Wall. I had no idea. So it was a situation that happened on campus with one of my friends, Marquay Ball, who's actually born and raised in North Tulsa, the Tulsa Black Wall Street. He got on the elevator, he was so upset, and he was gregarious. He always smiled, but he didn't have a smile on his face. And I said, "Hey man, what's wrong? You're not smiling today, Mother Wade." I told him, "You're not smiling today. Good to see you." Yes, yes. Spencer Jr., we lift him up, and we prayed earlier today. Thank you, Brother O's. We will continue to lift up our giant as well. But he was upset because in the business class on campus in North Tulsa, it was a white guy who said, "Get over the Tulsa Black Wall Street. That happened a long time ago and you still upset?" And he said, "Man, I was about to, excuse my language, throw up that hunky's, you know what?" And I said, "Hey bro, we at Oral Roberts University, ultra conservative Christian college, you know they want you to do that, so they can keep you out of here and take you back down the street to North Tulsa." Now, Oral Roberts is in South Tulsa, right? And trust me, I was so blind, Brother Vince, I had no idea that it was still racial tension on the Christian campus. And so this brother said, "My father's a pastor in North Tulsa to this day. My mother's a pastor in North Tulsa. My grandmother came through the Tulsa Black Wall Street. He started going through the lineage. And he said, "This is the reason I'm upset." And I said, "Man, I don't mean to offend you, bro, but I ain't never heard of the Tulsa Black Wall Street myself. What is it?" This was in the 90s. And at that time, y'all remember when the internet first came out, there was something called Netscape Navigator. And Yahoo, before Google was like Yahoo, he said, "Man, all you gotta do is go to Yahoo and type in Tulsa Black Wall Street and you will know what I'm talking about and why I'm upset." I ran to my dorm room, I typed it in, and all I saw was 1921 and the buildings burning from May 31st to June 1st. And I read that we own hospitals and businesses and and I'm like, I'm in a city where this happened? And I said, I ran to his room and I said, "Marquay, they didn't teach us this in CPS. I'm from Chicago. I didn't know anything about this. Tell me more." I was so fascinated. He sat me down for hours, Brother Reuben, and he told me the history. And the next day, I put in my application as an 18-year-old to go work in Comanche Park, which is off Pine Street, Greenwood, in North Tulsa. And every day my freshman year, I would go from South Tulsa to work with North Tulsans where the Black Wall Street happened. And my purpose for going was I wanted to learn the people, learn the culture, and learn the history for myself. And so I saw all of these people and I would ask them questions. "Tell me about your story with the Tulsa Black Wall Street." Young people would tell me. Well, my grandfather, he was actually one of the owners of the tailor shop right around the corner from here, right? I would go to a grandmother, and she wouldn't even talk about it because it was so horrendous. She was the little girl that was found with no family after they burned down her house, right? So it became so much more of a mission for me to find my purpose in the world and find my place in the world while I was there learning. So that was my freshman year, and every year for those 4 years while being in Tulsa, I worked in the Black Wall Street community, learning and understanding so much. So my wife became a teacher in North Tulsa. I became a teacher after I graduated in North Tulsa. And then the school offered me an opportunity to get a full-time job. I worked there for about 4 years. My firstborn is born in Tulsa, Oklahoma. My daughter, Promise, who's now going into her senior year at Lindblom, but she's born in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I became a minister at the church in North Tulsa. I got under the teachings of Reverend Clarence B. Boyd, who's still a pastor there in North Tulsa, so I can learn and understand not what we have, but who we are. So the question is, can we rebuild Tulsa? We are Tulsa Black Wall Street. Why? It's because Chicago is the inventor of the Wall Street for black people. We have black businesses, and Brother Eric Knowles gave me the original book. I have it at home as a souvenir that I keep as an award to understand our history. And I say all that to say this. When I was there, I worked there as a teacher. I was a dean. I became an assistant principal there. And I brought 40 young kids from Tulsa, Oklahoma to Chicago. And they had never left Tulsa, Oklahoma to this great city so they can understand where I came from and how we can build an exchange. That's powerful, y'all. So, before I moved back to Chicago, I got on my knees and I asked God, how do I make my contribution to the world? And He gave me CHAMPS. CHAMPS. We are born to win in every situation in life. And He said CHAMPS stands for culturally helping and making positive success. And in 13 years, we've impacted over 13,000 young people in the city of Chicago. Because I wanted to make an impact, not just talk about the history of Tulsa Black Wall Street. Just know that we are Black Wall Street. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Wow, wow, wow. Give it up one time for our brother Bardell. All past mentors. Listen, comments and questions. Will you be able to stick around a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions or comments? All right, they want to talk to you privately.